Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca, and I realize it's been over a month since I last posted anything. I was promising to get back to you about weight loss and keto and revamping my diet, and I've done a few things that have kind of taken me off posting. So first things first, I joined a class or certification program to get my license for nutritional coaching. I feel like I don't have a really good grasp on a lot of the concepts, not only keto, but macros and balanced eating and emotional eating and all this other stuff. And I've always had kind of a passion for this, even though to me it was just dieting back in the day and trying new fads and things like that and going with the flow and just trying to get the weight off. It's kind of developed into a passion to listen and to observe and to try anything and everything myself when it comes to losing the fat. So I can say that in the past month, within this month, I've returned back to work, and my job is in a restaurant. It's a gluten-free restaurant, and my first 2 weeks were absolutely horrible because during the 6-week break that I had from work, I just sat around. I didn't really exercise. I wasn't eating correctly. I was just doing what I wanted to do, and I paid the toll. My measurements went up a little bit, my weight went up a little bit, not significantly, but enough that being on my feet for the time being that I came back to work hurt. Like, I actually pulled my back. I was thinking about getting a waist trainer just so I can hold myself up at work. I am changing out my bra just because, I have a bigger chest, and thought maybe I wasn't wearing the right bra. And then so in the past 2 weeks since I've been back to work, I've lost some inches in my stomach area, which has significantly helped me at work. And I also am trying to pay attention to my water intake because it is hot at my job and we do not have AC. Can you imagine that? Working in a restaurant right next to the grills and the fryers. It is absolutely ridiculous. So hot in there. So I'm probably sweating off some of the weight too. But what I'm going to do is there's a few things that I want to try. So there's a challenge issued by High Carb Hannah, who happens to be vegan, about half your plate of food in vegetables. It doesn't have to be raw vegetables, can be cooked vegetables, but nothing like smothered in sauce and whatnot, just like a good amount of vegetables. So approximately 2 cups of vegetables, maybe a little bit more on your plate, and the rest can be whatever you want it to be. And I have noticed, being keto, they typically concentrate on cheese and meat and peanut butter or some kind of nut butter. But I never really see people load up on broccoli or load up on Brussels sprouts or carrots or whatever that we're allowed to eat vegetable-wise. So I'm going to approach this differently. I already know what foods trigger me based on being vegan and then going keto and then playing around. So I don't necessarily want to get away from eating meat entirely. I might just do chicken and fish because I don't necessarily agree with eating pork and beef and just a lot of different things. So that is to come, because I'm not vegan anymore, soy, tempeh, beans, lentils, even potatoes, green peppers, eggplant, things that I used to enjoy, I have noticed cause an inflammatory response almost immediately, at least within 20 minutes of me eating it. So I can't do that. I'm trying to find what works for me. So I'm keeping like a food diary and saying like I ate XYZ, and then 20 minutes later writing down, okay, I feel like this, or an hour, I feel like this. And I also got a Keto Mojo, which is like a glucose keto register. I don't necessarily want, I don't know if I want to be in ketosis, but so many people have had success being on the keto diet and being in ketosis, and I had a small amount of success with that. I'm going to experiment with that as well. So that's my little update. I am probably within like 2 months will be a certified nutritional coach, and I'm hoping in that 2 months as well that I'm going to lose, not a significant amount of weight, but I'm going to get on the ball and start losing weight, because I'm going to be practicing and experimenting a lot of it with my diet, because I've just fallen off track from what works. And then with my experiments, then maybe that'll lead you to experiment, because if it's not working for you, why are you doing it? I keep hearing all this stuff about trust the process, but if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, there really is no reason for you to plateau for more than 2 weeks at a weight. Like, there should be no reason. So there's no reason for me. I've been plateaued now since April of last year, and it's extremely frustrating. It's been over a year that I've been the same weight, or actually put on inches, not necessarily weight. So there's that too. And I can tell because I got all my summer clothes out and tried them on, and a lot of things that I know fit don't fit. And I don't feel like I changed a lot of my food to the point where I would have gained weight or inches, but to be honest with you, that has happened. So just like it magically falls off and you don't notice until 30, 50 pounds in, the same way with putting it back on, maybe you won't notice. And I will not go back to over 300 pounds. So a lot of people post their success stories on here, and they never post their struggles. Like, hey, I didn't do that great this month, and let's figure this out together. So I'm gonna start doing that. Anyway, that's my rant. I have plenty more to say. I'm still learning as I go. And once I figure out branding and things like that, and things that work for me, and get a whole broad spectrum of things that work for everybody, then I will be commenting on that and creating branding and branching out on my own to take on clients. But I need to go through my struggle first before I can help you go through yours. So I hope to see you back here. Sorry about the abruptness. Hopefully I will be posting at least every 2 weeks, and maybe content like this where we're just chit-chatting for a second. But I will see you the next time I post something. Hopefully I will have some good news, because I'm still tracking my weight and my inches. So there's that. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.